Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Valorant 10-Man Week 3. Today we got a scramble of the teams. This time we got T-Swish, Thornhorn, Lemur, Hebert, Humphrey, and Mature Cactus on one team. And Sharp Bread, the Dump, Last Sasuke, Ramon the Creator, and Spam and Rice on the opposing team. On the attackers, we got a solid pick so far with Lemur most likely going to pick... Oh, switching it up and picking Brimstone. T-Switch picking Phoenix. Humphrey picking Jet. Mature Cactus has been practicing a lot of Yoru, picking him for this time. Spam and Rice trying out Sky for the first time after practicing a little bit in some unrateds. Sasuke picking out Reyna. Ramon picking Astra. A pick that you don't normally see these days, but will no doubt scramble.
Select your agent.
The matchup that we will have. Launching into the first game. Daggers on one side, Defenders on the other. Now, personally, I don't know what the hell this map even is. I played on this map 3 times, and all I know is that you can vent in it. And I'm certain they only did that because of Among Us. So far, we got questionable attackers trying to figure out which way they want to go. Probably going to head towards A is what they are looking at right now. They're currently having a clan meeting. After switching their guns a little bit. Hebert Humphrey out here with the new Origin melee weapon. Not quite sure what it's called myself because I don't really care. I don't know. Attackers going onto the A side with Astra, Rainier, and Viper on A, and Sky and Sage on B. Funnily enough, it does appear that the defenders are an all-women team. You love to see the diversity. And we're looking at a wall.
Launching smokes.
Found them.
Sage pushing in. Viper sees them, gets dinged by Lemur. Hebert Humphrey making his way through the other side. Manages to land the kill on Astra. Yoru gets blind for the moment. Also sees Sky cross across the other side.
One enemy remaining.
Sage last.
Enemy
Takes out Sage, Sova, and gets wiped himself.
Portal closed. Out of charges.
And that is a first round win for the attackers. Hebert Humphrey buying himself an Ares. Now, it would not surprise me if Spam and Rice had won that round. This round, he probably would have bought an Odin and nothing else, and might have gunned down the entire attacking team. Unfortunately for him, he is bad, and landed like 4 out of the 26 shots that he actually took. Astra on one side. Looking directly at them.
Vision.
Smokes. Sage rotating to the opposite side. Hebert Humphrey trying to make his way through the wall. Gets dinged through the smoke. Doesn't realize it was through the smoke. They think they're there. Sky flashes. Gets killed himself.
Spike down
Astra
mid.
way through the other side. Rado gets shot. Excuse me. Viper waiting on the other side of the smoke. Gets flashed. Viper.
Last player standing.
Viper behind.
Spike down B.
Humphrey. Missing the shots. Pushing up onto Viper. Getting shot in the back by Lemur. Another round win for the attackers.
Boris got the Oni-Claw?
Boris did in fact buy the Oni-Claw. Not sure when this was, but he has it now. Setting up for a mid push this time, with Hebert and Boris contemplating on going to the B side. Getting organized now. Going through B side. Lemur making his way around the back because he doesn't like anybody to hear where he is. Sky is running through a wolf while also looking at a wall. Doesn't manage to spot anyone.
Here.
Sage's wall now gets destroyed. Hubert Humphrey trying to watch this angle. Trying to see if any of the defenders are going to peek out.
Blocking sight.
Smokes himself. Gets the ult orb. Yara watching the backside just in case as Astra is walking up. Looking to see through the tunnels. Astra manages
Get out
to
of my
kill
way!
Phoenix. Hubert Humphrey not quite sure where the enemy is, making his way back around. The defenders think they're rotating right now. Mature Cactus. About to get spotted by Reyna. Reyna gets the dink on him. And the heal.
Not enough fuel.
Viper out of wall. Hubert Humphrey coming around the backside with the
30
ult.
seconds left.
Misses both of the knives onto a near stationary target.
Last player standing.
Almost lands the flick, but gets outranged by the Vandal. Sova with the bomb, making his way around the backside of B. Manages to kill and gets killed himself. And that is the first defender win for the round. Span right for Phoenix Spray.
I should play some Astral Stars in this reality.
It does appear that Lemur is pretty much saving consistently. Since he's bought Sheriff twice now. However, it is about to be the 4th round, so there isn't much going on there. Attackers are about to go on to A site. Lemur gets spotted. Sova making his way up through with T-Swish and Mature Cactus. Hubert Humphrey on the other side of Ashes. Going for some prediction peaks. For some prediction shots. Failing to land any of them. Span right still holding the tunnels. As we're trying to get the suck and the blind. Hubert Humphrey landing a kill on Reyna. Viper lands the kill on Sova. Sees Yori cross. Gets killed by Humphrey. Sage comes running to the side, healing Sky. Peeking together with 2 Vandals. Hubert Humphrey doesn't realize, but might have just seen him out of the corner of his eye.
One enemy remaining.
Lands a headshot onto Sky. But Sage being the last remaining, gets wiped by Humphrey, landing him the 4K. Appears that quite a few people have bought the new bundle for the game, spending their life savings on another Riot game. However, there is some amount of comfort to be had since this is not League of Legends. Sage knifing the wall out of anger and desperation. Reyna walking around slowly towards B after probably being on the phone. Attackers. Hubert Humphrey gets shot in the head by the scout from Spam and Rice. Looking to get to another peak shot.
Here!
Reyna still on the other side of the map. Sova peeking around the Viper smoke with Vandal. Not quite sure what is going on.
Spike down
Spiker
A.
killed.
Last
Making his
player
way into the
standing.
tunnels. Here's Sage walk below him. He's not concerned since he knows what's going on. Making his way in through the backside.
Now
But no Viper. With the headshot. Sky is trying to flash him. Does have a Marshal still. Excuse me, switched off to a Vandal. Trying to get the dick out to Reyna.
down and
Does
out.
manage to get the kill after controlling his shots.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds on the clock. See Sage around the backside of the wall. Gets another
That's
kill.
3.
Trying to drop down. Making his way through the other side. No one
enemy
gets
remaining.
it in through the wall.
Thrifty.
And unfortunately, not having the gun out because he has sugar in his poi, gets gunned down by Astra. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why you don't put sugar in your poi. You do stupid things like that, like not having your gun out.
One
at the
second,
exact time
peeps.
when you need
I
it.
gotta visit the Astral to place some stars.
Astra's about to visit the Astral Realm, as well as Astral Project. Attackers are making their way towards mid. You are ready with this Vandal? It does look like it will be a mid push.
Get out of my way!
You are using some sort
Time
of
to
ability.
jump.
I don't know which one that is. Hubert Humphrey ulted again. Look at another kill. Sees Viper. Lands 3 out of the 9. Gets shot in the back of the head. He threw his whole PC off of his desk. Lemur trying to get to
Right
angle.
here.
Sova kills Sage. Dora gets shot by Reyna on the right side still. Lemur waiting to get the peek on. Managed to get 1 kill. Nearly gets
Last
killed
player
himself.
standing.
Last attacker remaining. They are going to push him.
Hawk out!
Sky kind of
Blinded.
flashes himself. And that is a round win for the defenders. Unfortunately, now we can see that Sky does not know quite how to play this agent since he only recently picked it up 2 days ago or so. To be honest, I am looking forward to seeing a lot of team flashes and self flashes from the Eagle or whatever it is. I don't know. Attackers going in through a B push up through something. I don't know. Probably B short or something. That is a spot. Nobody is going to rotate yet. Viper is making their way there. We're going for some opportunity shots. Yoru making his way up through the tunnels, through elbow. Hubert Humphrey trying to get a long angle onto mid. Asher working his way back around. A kill for Yoru. With Viper's ult, it will be tough to take lead.
Blinded.
So it does look like they are planning a rotate. It's a little bit of friendly fire from T-Swish, panicking because it's so intense. On their way onto B, however, they did leave the spike behind with Sova. Sova making his way back towards the rest of his team. Lemur's still on the backside of B, waiting to see if he can get a kill on a flank. Asha walking his way over there, gets killed by Humphrey. Humphrey trying to get the long angle into CET. Spam and Rice working his way up, about to be killed by Humphrey backing his way up.
Last player standing.
Destroyed.
Flawless.
Gets killed by Humphrey. Now that is a sick animation if I've ever seen one.
Portal closed.
Attackers making their way towards A side. With three of the defenders on A, 2 on B. However, we have only seen quite a few late rotates,
Try not to die.
so we will see how that goes for the defenders. They aren't quite moving fast enough. Lemur picking absolutely nothing up there. Hubert Humphrey getting the ult point. T-Swish picking out with the Phantom. A questionable choice, especially who's probably going to get flamed by Hubert Humphrey, since it is not the Phantom. Viper making their way around. Oh, Astra managed to get to the
down
Hubert
A.
Humphrey on the other side. Sees Astra. Is about to Sky up on the other side. Has the operator, who's going to make, if he can land this kill,
Hawk out!
Hubert Humphrey is going to be pissed and will probably throw his computer onto the floor for the second time.
Last player standing.
Unfortunately, he is killed by Viper. Doesn't realize the operator is a thing yet since it hasn't been shot. Brimstone up in mid. Sky checking one angle while Sage is making their way up through the tunnels. About to meet face to face with Lemur. Gets smoked by Brimstone. Brimstone making his
Last
way
player
through.
standing.
Kills the operator
30
since
seconds
the operator
left.
has no reflexes after losing all of his nerves in a car accident when he was 13 years old. Lemur Joyce going for some shots just to see if you can draw Viper out. Viper holding the one angle.
Got the spike.
Has a spike.
10 seconds left.
Viper going for the fake. And that is a defender win. Since Lemur is bad. And whips that shot.
Yo, don't give him the up.
Spanish Rice picking up another operator. Not quite sure what that is, considering he has a 1 kill on the board and 1 assist. But I suppose we'll see how that plays out. It does look like a B push going up through the elbow.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Does not quite see the Viper there. The new just goes. Lemur cleans it up for him. Sees Viper all the way to the back. Hubert and Humphrey, 2 of the best players in this lobby. I guess one of the questionable players on the opposing team.
Spike planted.
Does get taken through the wall. So we're trying to get the ult kill. Gets the kill onto the operator, making that no longer a threat. And will probably never be bought for the rest of the game. Silva gets taken down.
One enemy
Lemur making
remaining.
his way up. Gets killed himself. Now it's Yoru, and Yoru lands the kill on Sage. There's a whole lot of things going on. I'm surprised I'm able to keep up with it. It does appear that Spam and Rice might switching his plays up very. Not quite sure what Spam and Rice is picking. He's going with the Stinger light shields this time. Meanwhile, the attackers all have Vandals. T-Switch has caught on the wave, realizing that the Phantom is bad for him at this time. Meanwhile, all the defenders are saving. All the attackers are making their way up through what is this place called? A Hall. Reyna just below doesn't quite realize. Sage making their way through the other side. Astra's trying to wait for the peak. Hubert Humphrey also checking as many angles as he can. Working with the cross section. The cross peak with Lemur. The rotate is now happening from Sky, making his way over. Doesn't realize he's about to get fucking gunned. Gets absolutely destroyed. Viper working her way up. Stopping. Realizing shield is supported. Attackers making their way through to B, while Lemur is trying to hold off A site. Reyna rotating over to B. Gets killed by Humphrey. Lemur gets gunned down by a classic. Hubert Humphrey. Watching, about to get a kill on stage. Not quite. Working their way down. The attackers have all the things to kill.
30 seconds left.
Spike hasn't been placed yet. Viper versus Sova.
One enemy
Taken
remaining.
out. Sova is now planting after landing the wallbang kill onto Viper. Keeping up for making his way to rejoin his teammate, while Sage is still on the other side of A. Not quite sure where she is. Is still quite wary, thinking that Hubert Humphrey is still there. Not quite sure that Humphrey is in fact rotating around through attacker's side, trying to get the long angle onto B, seeing the spike. Sage peeking all kinds of angles. Might be looking for a save. Sova does hear the footsteps. And Humphrey lands the kill onto Sage. Now, as opposed to quite a few of the previous games, so far it does seem that this is one of the more balanced teams. However, this does also include the fact that one of the best players ever in to participate in the 10-mans is unfortunately on vacation right now and is not able to participate. However, is still watching right here as one of the other observers.
Yo, what up?
And there he is. Attackers once again making their way up through A hall. However, Sky is watching at this time.
Scout
Sees
destroyed.
every single person on the opposing team down the hall.
Here.
Backs up with his judge. Not quite so confident. Humphrey gets blinded, working his way backwards. Lieber is about to vent. Not quite sure where that rifle just came from. Sage gets an absolute murder onto the attackers. Here at Humphrey working his way up, doesn't quite realize that Sky's about to be there.
Hawk out.
However, with the flash, does not want to push up. Attackers working his way backwards.
Spike down A.
When adjusting, going into adjust
Last
time.
player
That is a Guardian. And that is the Guardian wipe for the defenders. And now that
Last
is what we
round
call
before the
business.
switch.
A Guardian down.
Gun here.
That was a sick play. That was a sick play.
That was. Spam Race finally going with the Odin pick. Hopefully he will pick up a few kills. We'll probably switch to Raze since he is not quite so good with his rifle kills. It's a wonder that he didn't go for the video that was shown to him by Lemur.
Get out of my
Yeah,
way.
spray control. Jet ulting with the knives, pushing up through B elbow. Viper waiting with the Vandal for a pixel
Toxin
peek.
screen down. Poison orb emitting.
Hubert Humphrey backing up, working his way through elbow.
Who's next?
Yoru ulting, trying to run his way all the way up to A, see if he can get some picks off of there
I'm back.
with the judge. Unfortunately, he does get killed by Astro. Hubert Humphrey does put his knives away after missing all of them. Does still have the sheriff.
Last player
Gets
standing.
killed himself after landing a kill. It is now one attacker versus 4 defenders, and that is a wipe. Rounding up a tie
Switching sides.
on both sides. This is the most balanced teams we've had so far.
Who do you think is gonna win?
To be honest, I'm not quite so sure. However, I am going to put my money on Hubert's team, purely for the fact that... No, I'm not actually quite sure. Did he change his skin off of the Reaver Vandal?
Yeah, he did.
Well, I don't know which one to pick then. If Hubert Humphrey did have the Reaver Vandal, then it would have been an easy win for them. However, if T-Swish could pick it up a little bit, we might see a turnaround for the now defenders. Hubert Humphrey, he's right now on the opposite side of A hall, with the rest of the attackers going in through A. Short. A shot. Astro protecting, laying down a whole bunch of stuff. Viper wall going up.
Do they know?
Phoenix is
Do they
right
know?
there. Unfortunately, if he didn't land the right click classic on the head, he could have
Spike
landed
down
a few more
A.
kills before getting killed. But he did manage to get that one.
One enemy remaining.
Cactus coming around to the other
Spike
side.
planted.
Spike is down. However, all of the attackers are killed. And that is a win for the now defenders. We're spraying to Mr. Dominance.
Here.
I don't know about you guys, but I see a giraffe when he sprays that. The attacker's a little bit shaken up now. Realizing that they have lost both of the pistol rounds. And that means that Sky is not able to buy the Odin on the second round and can't secure a few more rounds. However, it does look like the attackers are making their way towards A hall again. Hubert Humphrey on the opposing side, watching with the sheriff. Lands one shot and gets shot once as well. almost dies to the Reyna on the other side. Meanwhile, the attackers are making their way up through. What is this? A hall again. Reyna flashing a whole bunch, trying to get all these kills. Yoru on the opposite side, trying to regroup with his team. T-Swish and Hubert making their way together. Not be sure. However, both of them were just flashed. And both get right-click classic by Spam and Raise, securing him 2 more kills. Sova on the other side does get the 2 right-click classic to his face.
Spike planted.
Spam and Rice with the Sheriff. Not quite sure he knows how to use it, considering he has maybe 1 kill out of 1,000 times he's bought it.
1 enemy remaining.
Lemur's down. Yoru's still on the backside. Teleport
1 enemy remaining.
manages to survive. However, it is Astra trying to go for the stick and gets shot in the side, peeking the opposing angle. Unfortunately, if Astra had been anywhere else, the Yoru getting the stick would have been the play.
I got enough time to go into the astral form?
Astra preparing to astral project. T-Swish changing his mind, switching back to the Phantom after realizing the Vandal wasn't quite working out for him. At this time, he does only have 2 kills on the board. He's trying to figure out what is working for him and what isn't. Realizing that the Vandal hasn't quite secured a kill, he is switching back to the Phantom. The attackers making their way up through mid-top, is what this is called. Meanwhile, on the other side, Hubert Humphrey. With the commitment straight from Astro, is able to get the assist. 2 of the best players on the defender side have been wiped out.
1 enemy remaining.
T-Swish getting gunned down, leaving Yoru with his Oni Claw
I've
out.
got your trail.
Cutting through.
With Sky Ult that does something. I don't know what that does. Could you enlighten me on what the Sky Ult does?
Alright, Skyle, basically 3 Seekers. And it finds people.
Does it automatically know where they are? Or does it have to see
It like,
first?
it like follows them, you know?
That's
For a
crazy.
little bit.
Well, I suppose it
Pretty
does make
OP.
sense that she says, I've got your trail then.
Yep. That makes 5 on the board for Trevor.
That
Or
is
Spam,
now.
right?
That is now 5 kills, 4 Spam and Raise.
I think attacking is his forte.
Just might be. Realizing that he does get a few more kills on this side. However, I do think he will probably switch back to Reyna after this game. With a full
Right
rotate
there.
minus G-Switch from the defenders onto B-side, but with all of the attackers on it, the Viper Wall clearing off the vision, Astral projecting lane. However, as soon as we say that Spam and Rice is getting better, he does get gunned down.
I'll handle this.
Yoru ulting. Even with the Roblox Sheriff. Sage landing the kill into Yoru. Unfortunately, does not have the kill. He switched himself with the Sheriff. Oh, however,
Last player standing.
unfortunately, does the kill. And that is Sova. A little bit of inter-team discourse
BYB
happening.
fam. Going to
Between
astral
Reyna
to do
and
them
Astral.
astral guardian things I
Oh,
do.
look at Reyna.
Ooh, look at that. Now look at that. That's the look, mom. No, I can hold my gun without my hands. Hubert Humphrey making his way through B.
That is clean.
That is incredibly clean. I wish I had that skin if I paid money for this game.
Don't do it.
I'm not paying money for this game. Attackers making their way up through B. Lemur might now call out that it is a B push, realizing that nobody is there on A side. However, that is not the case since nobody has rotated at this point.
There.
Mature Cactus has been spotted. Gets gunned down by Astra. Astra making their team. Ooh, Humphrey lands a kill onto Viper. Does get killed by Astra. Astra being arguably the best player on that team, with nearly double the kills of the next player. Lemur on the, what is it? Behind
There
him.
they are.
Smoke's down.
Landing a few smokes. Astra has been killed by Lemur a little while ago. Reyna getting a kill. Reyna getting killed. Does leave Sky.
One enemy remaining.
Lands a kill onto Solo, leaving only Brimstone. Switching the gun to the Oni Phantom. Does realize that is there. Knows he
One enemy remaining.
Hold on to your hats.
Going for the bait. Unfortunately, does not have enough time to stick it at this point. Might have had enough time to stick it if he had been just a little bit faster. If he hadn't been so hesitant, who knows how that round could have gone. Honestly, incredibly surprising to see Spam and Rice's team being carried this hard by Astra with 10-7 on the board. It does seem that, incredibly, somehow, the entire defending team is going to all judge Minnesota with the Ghost. Sky about to see that everybody is up there. However, Sky is going to light it up with the Odin. Goes to run it back. Doesn't realize he has to pull the Odin down if he wants to get a strength mine.
The fun begins.
One dead.
Getting a kill onto T-Switch.
Spike planted.
They
Solo
do have
getting
the
killed.
Viper ult.
They do? Oh,
Yeah.
they do have the Viper roll. It isn't down yet.
Last player standing.
Another kill. Lemur realizing this isn't quite working, is gonna have to pick it up. Manages to get the side swipe onto Sage. I mean, who the fuck was that? Sky? And kills himself as a BM. Spam and Rice now embarrassed at the fact that he did not land that kill onto Lemur. And Lemur now default dancing on top of Sky's grave.
I should probably place some stars in the astral plane. Oh. I should. Oh.
So far, it does seem that it is just a few situations where some of the defending side could pick it up a little bit, moving a little bit faster, talking and communicating a little bit better. And they probably could have won a few more rounds if they were coordinated just somewhat more. Because it appears that the now attackers are moving together as a cohesive unit. Usually
You are
3 and 2
divided!
split. Rather than last time on the
Spike planted.
Keep It Uppers team. They weren't quite all together at the same time.
I'm on your train.
Everybody knows where they are.
Decoy. Time to jump.
Last player standing.
Yoru, there's so much to go on, I don't even know what to say.
Neutralized.
Sova landing the kill after seeing his friend get gunned down in the street. He gets killed by a Viper from above.
Match point.
Now match point for the feminism team with all
Should I place some stars in this reality?
all women. Apparently, Astra is not only controlled space, but also time, making her possibly one of the most powerful one of the most powerful people in the galaxy, even above Thanos. So the lining up the arrow, scanning the way through the opposing side, doesn't manage to scan anybody, however, does realize that it is destroyed. Sky moving up by herself with the Odin, trying to get any stragglers if they decide to rotate onto A. And here it is again, with all of the attackers, -1, all moving as a one cohesive unit, moving together as a team, rather than playing by themselves. T-Swish realizing that the entire team is not quite able to land a few kills, since he is moving while shooting Cher, which is known to be one of the probably the worst decisions you could make. Viper ulting onto the bomb, nobody else can see it. With 2 defenders remaining,
Last player standing.
getting killed from the opposing side at the
Attackers
flank
win.
from Sky, landing the final kill and closing out this game for the Feminism team. Now that game was quite a mix-up, seeing that a lot of it was pretty much a gamble, considering that it was either all together or spread out, depending on which team. And it is shown that if you do move together as a team with good communication, moving together, you can win most sites. However, being that Breeze is quite an open map, defending on it is not quite the best, since everything is all spread out, which means the defenders can't quite play together as a team. Next map, going to be Haven. Lemur now switching his side to the observers, switching their sides back. Now, this will be an interesting map, because it might be just like Breeze. Spam on Rice knew it was going to happen. Immediately auto-locks Raze. Reyna switching to Sova from the previous game. Sasuke's picking Sage from last time. Mature Cactus contemplating on playing Cypher. Lemur scrolling through and flexing the fact that he does have the entire roster unlocked. Everybody is... Their defenders are trying to figure out what kind of team comp they do want to go with. Lemur going with the Raze pick, as he most likely does know that Spam and Rise did pick Raze, and just wants to fuck with him just that much more. Mature Cactus picking Cypher. Hebert Humphrey contemplating on picking Omen for the smokes. With Sharpred most likely about to pick Viper, is my guess. Hebert Humphrey contemplating
Choose
on
your
picking Sky
agent
instead. Nobody is quite locked in yet. Hebert Humphrey picking Sky, T-Swish picking Phoenix, Sharpred picking Viper, Thorhor picking Omen. And I think we do have, and that is a Jet pick with the extra time to pick your agent. Now, as I was saying, just like Breeze, this could be quite a hard map for the defenders since they are so spread out. But I suppose we will have to see. They might have to play closer angles, such as B garage as well as A short and such as that, without going for long angles like A long. Being able to get those quick rotates in, being confident in your teammates' callouts enough to the point where you know that the enemy is where they are set to be, so that you can rotate at a certain time. Lemur picking up the ghost and throwing his classic down on the ground. Good luck, have fun. Unfortunately, Lemur saying no good luck, only saying have fun. T-Swish with the good half. Unfortunately, there was no GG well played or GG easy. which does bring a tear to my eye, but the fact that they did not say that. Attackers are going to make their way onto A site. Once again, the defenders are completely spread out. Lemur making his way to the other side. T-Swish does see that everybody's there.
Here.
Omen trying to get a kill onto. Does get killed himself. Hubert Humphrey fucking yelling into the mic. They have to do the whole A side. Hubert Humphrey gets a kill, then gets killed himself. But Ray's trying to get the kill before that wall breaks. However, does not quite make it. Ray's making his way up, her way up. With the 4v2
Last player
situation, Cypher does get killed. He's gonna get pushed up by Sova. Accidentally dinks it twice, does get the kill onto Sova. If he shot through the wall, could have gotten it. Does get shot right in the back from the duplicate Raze. To be honest, I was expecting to see a D-bag from Spamming Raze, but too bad, so sad. Apparently, YouTube is telling me that the stream's bit rate is low. I don't know what that means, or how to change it.
Yeah, but
I'm sure that's fine. Hearing Humphrey yelling in the mic once again. That's heard Humphrey. This hearing
Do
dominant.
that one more time.
Standing ahead.
Unfortunately, nobody is actually on C where the entire team is heading, as Victoria Cactus was busy. 2 agents from the defenders making their way in through CT are getting walled off now. Doesn't realize that they should have shot the wall right then, even if it did give away their position. It would have given them an opening. Now, as I've said before, if Spamman Rice does win the first round, he will pick the Odin just to fuck with the other team and mow them all down.
1 enemy remaining.
3 kills for
Flawless.
Sova and 1 kill for Sage, and that is a flawless round for the attackers. And that's what happens when you don't move fast enough. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do happen to be watching this, and you do play Valorant for some god unknown reason, if you aren't quite so sure what you should be doing, you should probably move faster than whatever you are doing. Defenders going in through their usual spots. 2 on short, 2 on long, 1 on B. However, we will probably see the now attackers as they switch to the defensive side. We'll have a tough time trying to hold Haven. And that could be where the defenders make it out.
Spike planted.
Lemur making his way up through Heaven with Owen in the back. Does get the kill onto Raze. He would have for being making his way up with Lemur. And a skull. So killing Cypher on the opposite team.
Feeling out of here.
Into Heaven, now realize that they are spotted. Hubert Humphrey making his way back down.
Last player standing.
Blinded.
Doesn't check corners, is going to be shot in the back. If he had checked that corner like he should have, he would have seen that coming since the Sova was blind at the time. Korean O on the board. The attackers are feeling good about themselves now that they are able to not only win pistol round, but the round after that with Raze's Odin. Are pretty stoked. Cypher has set up traps onto B. Raze now realizes that they are going to C.
Nowhere to run!
3 of them going up to
Sky's out.
landing 2 kills with his Oni Phantom. Doesn't realize he should have checked CC. Going up for the vertical one, evade. They are now paranoid.
1 enemy remaining.
Wait for me.
Ray's getting the kill with T-Swish in the back with his all-time favorite weapon, the fucky. Looking to get a kill. However, he did in fact forget that the Bucky has 2 firing modes.
Dude, Alec,
What's up?
that was the cleanest fucking C take I ever seen.
Man, I say
Oh
was
my
one of
God.
the cleanest takes in all of Valorant.
The kill on Cypher to
Oh,
put
yeah.
down the trap before Sage gets on the trap, dude. That's actually like big brain
I'm
timing.
sorry.
Oh my god.
It just goes to show how coordinated the attacker team is working
The
together.
dry Sova ult to make space for the push is insane. Actually gotta be like one of the top 10 C takes.
Some top tier players from the attacking side. Hopefully we will see more of these players. Maybe we'll get an even smoother A team. Who knows? Great
They
communication.
are down.
T-Swish getting
but the
gunned down.
trade comes in.
Viper still holding the back.
Wall
Never
raised.
in the, never with his team, as usual. Almost getting killed.
Them out.
Here.
I did not know that the secrets could break through the safe wall.
Yo, I did not know that.
Oh, that'll be good. So landing another kill. I forgot to switch characters.
Knocked him.
Going for some blind sprays just to see if
Time to
what the hell?
They're concussed. Hawk out.
Last player standing.
And everybody knows that they're all in heaven and they all get shot right there. At this time, I would believe that the defenders are pretty demoralized, having lost the last game, and now getting swept. No other word for it. On this time. Unfortunately, I do think it is entirely the Raze's fault, since he is never playing with the team. Or that is what he usually does.
Fire in the hole.
Could be a Trevor ult.
Oh.
Is a Trevor ult. Completely fucking whiffs. Doesn't trap. Get a Sage wall after the bomb buddy goes in. I forgot I should probably switch characters over this. Apparently some of my buttons are working.
Ciao.
Spider-Man T-switch. Omen teleporting. Then teleporting back, realizing that was Spider-Man Rice getting gunned down by Cupid. Jet moving up. Checking the Sage wall. It does appear that the defenders aren't quite too confident. They aren't the
Last player standing.
One down.
One enemy remaining.
for the attacker. Sole survivor being Boris, who wasn't quite involved in what just happened. If the attackers had a little more confidence and moved in when they thought they should, they could probably take
This goes
the
here.
sights back.
Yes, this should do.
Boris trying to get into something. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. What is he doing?
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Boris?
Yeah, what is he doing?
That goes
He's doing
there.
the one way.
This is a one way again? On this one?
Yeah.
This goes here.
Does it work?
Oh, the first round he had was really good. But it's okay, they're not coming C.
Go get him.
They're going
All
A.
going, they are going
If you have the Phoenix ult.
Satchel out.
that
Satchel out.
and Sova going all, I mean,
Oh my
Raze
god!
jumping all the way up. However, getting gunned down by the Guardian by Human Humphrey. Human Humphrey with Guardian. Switches to the man.
Time.
If I were him, I would have just to spray through the whole goddamn site. I don't know if you can shoot. However, he just gets shot in the head through the blind lemur. probably land the kills if he committed to it. Unfortunately, he did not. And that is another round win for the attackers. This might be a 13-0 for all we know. If they do win the pistol round, if they continue this trend by winning all these teams and win the pistol round,
Just their takes are so good.
their takes
Oh my
are
god.
absolutely incredible. Maybe what they should do is probably stack 3 onto one site, probably abandon
Oh.
B.
They
Since
they read your mind.
They're all on A, realizing that nobody is at A. However, just as I said that they should all abandon B, they are making their way back towards it, with 2 of them pushing up towards B, with the Spike Fury making their way in through C. I'm on the map, now looking at it. However, does trying to shoot the sky thing before it hits him does get him killed by T-Swish.
One enemy remaining.
Now, only Lemur, usually, as usual, never with the rest of his team, does pick up the opposing race's Odin.
Spike planted.
Checking angles that are probably good angles to check, but unfortunately these are bronze and they're all on site. Not holding any back angles. Wow! I'm not quite so sure if that was a jump shot, but if it was, Lemur just got embarrassed.
That was, dude.
That was crazy.
Oh my god. I don't know, it's just a white team to
It just might be. His team, all women, minus Sova, is just too strong of a team combination.
we'll see. They can come back.
It is possible that they will come back on the Hey, but it is just one of those maps where you just have to being stupid. Or in this
God,
case,
they got the
it is-
site
Spike planted.
and a pick.
they have taken the whole site since.
Oh.
However, it is now a 4v2 situation.
Where is everyone hiding?
I ult from Cypher, no one can However, that is a collateral from him, so
One
I
enemy
would
remaining. Last player standing.
2 of the best players, and that is a grenade. No, that's a satchel kill.
No, that's good.
Oh. Whatever.
Good. That's the one.
That is. This could be the turnaround. This could be the turnaround for the defense. I'm really impressed with that. What is it? Origin Vandal.
I forget it. Yeah, I think so.
Incredibly slick.
I don't know about this round. They have 5 ults.
Yeah, all 5 ults against 0 ults now that Cypher used his. How you check? Oh yeah, with 2 of them able to get their ult if they get 1 kill each. However, all the attackers are moving up their way through A, where only T-Swish is. T-Swish moving his way back. Not quite so sure if he's confident in holding the site by themselves. Because I know sure as hell that I would not be confident holding the site by myself. Getting a wall does get shot in the head after getting a shot.
You will not
That
kill
and
my
after
ally.
the sick kill onto Humphrey.
Welcome to my world.
Raze trying to get the ult after just... And that is an ult kill after not...
One enemy remaining.
And now, once again, as usual, as always...
All this.
Again, how do I always forget their names? Raze, Lemur, is always never with the team. Never plays with them. Last Sasuke drawing a nice heart, carving it into the wall. It is pretty interesting to see that while the defenders do note that the attackers are always pushing together as a team, they never want to stack one site completely. The Valorant attackers now taking the C. Nobody was on it since they were just hanging out with fucking me or Garage or wherever the fuck they were. Lemur, once again, always checking in with
Spike
plays
planted.
that would not be in Spam and Rice getting a lucky stray Odin shot onto Lemur.
Satchel out.
Hubert Humphrey just
Last
waiting
player
for them to run
standing.
away. Holding Garage, what's this? Garage,
This garage.
or like, that garage hallway. But could be killed from the garage window if they really wanted to. However, they all do commit to the site. Viper lining up a one-way? Or something? I don't know.
Poison orb emitting.
Oh,
That's
you
a
got the
sick
one-way.
one-way.
Clear.
Saw Viper at the last minute. I mean, this guy. Viper does get killed.
Last round, then.
Humphrey did save.
Last round in the half.
Last round before the swap. And there is one operator on the board going to the hands of
Two operators.
two operators. One from
On
Viper, one from
attacking side.
Sova. Incredible to see
They're
that.
feeling it.
Yeah. I don't think any of the defenders have enough money to even buy one, so that's pretty interesting to see. They will
Get
be,
out of my way.
and that is an immediate first goal right onto Hubert Humphrey. Hubert Humphrey is mauled since he hates
Revealing area.
absolutely no other time. Accidentally shooting his teammate, and that's pretty funny. Getting gunned down by the opposing Rays. The rest of the defenders making their way. T-Swish landing a Dutch kill. However, the attackers exactly due to the fact that this is the last round.
One enemy remaining.
They are committed to the site, and that
One enemy remaining.
win.
Switching sides.
It is now 1-11. This could be the start of a comeback for all we know. If all the attackers do play together, which I'm not quite sure they will be, since they are having Lemur on their team, which means one of them will not be with them. I gotta stop eating chips, my tongue hurts. The attackers with Lemur holding his origin. I don't even know what the official name of this thing is. Is it a knife? It's like a. What the fuck is that?
I don't even know. Protractor, dude.
Protractor.
Heads up!
Oh, T-Swish.
T-Swish getting the right click classic kill on the Rays. Now getting
No
locked
charges
down.
left.
However, it is the walk. Sage getting murdered. Lemur once again never playing with the team. Getting the kill onto Sova. With the rest of the team, two of them one shot, and one of them hurt on site. Viper going in through CT with Jet contemplating on which side to go. However, it does look like they will be walking together. All of them are holding angles. T-Swish about to get killed.
Oh,
T-Swish getting killed. Lemur making his way through the back.
Here.
Last player standing. One enemy
From
remaining.
Lemur. As he was keen to get the stick, he nearly got it off, was halfway, but it wasn't even needed. Attackers all AFK. The defenders, once again, playing together as a team. The Sage and Viper on B. Viper, I take that back. Viper is staying nearby, which is good. However, not being all the way inside a garage. There's a smoke that went onto the garage with the Lemur holding the opposite side. While the rest of the team pushes up to the garage. If Royce had Winter attack is going to go through his teammate. And that is a kill from Sova. Almost gets the kill. No idea how Phoenix is still alive after that spray.
Spike planted.
Phoenix is healing. They were always playing in the back. However, this time, the
One enemy remaining.
defenders are moving not quite together this time. Since this is the defender side, defenders are being able to perform themselves. Matt, absolutely one shot. And does get killed by T-Swish after whiffing 3 shots before landing the 4th.
They do have momentum.
They do indeed have momentum. It does seem they might be able to get this ball from a smooth roll into a fast push if they keep this up. This time, Sky holding a Garage with Lemur going in with the rest of the team instead. Are changing their mind after getting the ult orb. Lemur lagging all over the place with the opposing race trying to set up a bomb buddy. Sova going to be, unfortunately, was aiming a little too high. Didn't account for the slope that was there. Spike carrier.
Spike down mid.
Sure, Cactus. Spike carrier.
Last player standing.
Famine Rice coming around the backside. As usual, every single time, no matter what happens, Lemur is never with the team. Always. And this does often end him up in 1v5, 1v4 situations. One of the two. Unfortunately, doesn't even get the kill.
30
after
seconds
landing
left.
that shot.
Flawless.
Gets absolutely wiped. And with the BM on top of that too. With a flawless win
Match
for
point.
the defenders. Lemur now sitting in, going in for timeout. Lemur being team leader. He's trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, not realizing it is in fact his fault for not playing with the team.
There.
I'll say it every time. That ping is 372 meters away. They are all just taking their time to look at the rest of the map. Just taking the view, take a little break. What do you think is going in? What do you think is going through their heads right now after they've won only 1 out of these 15 rounds? 3 out of these 15 rounds. What do you think?
Yo, if I were them, just send it. I don't even know. They have 1 ult. They could possibly go B.
That could be an option, but who knows? Really? In fact, what I'm thinking is Lemur's probably gonna once again not stick with the rest of the team, and then once it's a 1v4 or situation, something like that, we'll probably still neglect the ult.
He does have triple digit ping.
That is a factor. That could be why. That could, in fact, be the reason why he wasn't playing with the rest of the team. Who knows? Just because his ping was so entirely bad. However, I would probably play with the team if my ping was bad, but it seems like dumb to do it that way.
Tristan has my computer. He's looking pretty
There.
good.
It is. Looks pretty good. Remember, I think he was playing better when he was playing Omen rather than Phoenix.
There.
Last time.
I also
Combined
believe
with,
that's true.
I think combined with your computer and him
There.
playing Omen, he probably could have gotten a few more kills. It just might have. I think they're planning a suicide, actually, this round, rather than having to go through the wipe that they will endure from the defenders.
There.
However, it does look like they are. Yep, there it is. This is going to be a suicide from the attackers.
I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Here in Humford did buy shields,
There.
so who knows if he will die. They are all just gonna try to get killed by this one ranged grenade. Micro world as they all. Wow.
Last player standing.
And that is a flawless
Defenders
victory
win.
for the last round.
Flawless.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Valorant 10-man for this week.
Bro. The mean strat. Tyler had the mean strat.
Alright, you got it.
GG, guys.
Yo, had the mean strat.
Like I said, that does conclude this Valorant 10-man for week 10. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this absolute wipe of a game. 2 games, both on Haven and Breeze, I think. Tune in next week to see what the teams will be. Once again, it will be random. Who knows what will happen? Kiroto will be back, taking the place. In his place this time was Dadum, who was Matt, an absolute beast of a player.